For once, I'm actually here early. I've been here ready to go since about 5:30 today, but welcome to the road to the showdown. It is night, God knows what. I think my graphics says 16. And we are closing out round 4. Yeah, fucking hell. 4 out of the 7 rounds done and dusted after tonight. So let us run down the card. Starting in the pink division, it will be Tony D'Angelo versus Drew McIntyre. It's then followed by the teal division as Stephanie Vakir and Blake Monroe battle. Afterwards, Momo Watanabe and Julia take to the ring, leaving your main event being the two GOATs, John Cena versus Shawn McMichaels. And what a matchup that will be. And, well, tonight, night 16, it's a doozy as we will be heading into the matchup straight away. We're ready. And obviously, after tonight, there's going to be a lot of stats to really talk about with regards to how everything is. A win here for Drew McIntyre clinches himself at the live event. Tony D, it's a must-win matchup.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 240 pounds, Tony D'Angelo.
A win would excel D'Angelo into the 4th seed outright. And that would be massive because there are stars surprisingly all stuck on at least 3 points. 3 is the minimum amount of points in this pink division after last night, as this is the only one where everyone has at least a win in this tournament. That obviously came to prowess when Seth freaking Rollins beat CM Punk last night. And now it's time for McIntyre to see if he can continue.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Pure Wrestling Champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
He can continue his undefeated run. Obviously, Obafemi is still undefeated in this tournament, but his win came in this round via countout against Gunther. Thus, only the 2-1 split goes to Femi. Now it's Drew's chance to seize the top spot outright. The Amethyst champion obviously would love to be the dominant force of this division. To be the man that has been at the top of his game through 4 bouts. With 3 more remaining. There is potential here for McIntyre to do something that no one has yet to do in this tournament. Last year, The Rock got close, but no one has gone for a perfect 21 points. Will McIntyre be the first? The crowd thinks so. Here inside the underground arena as we begin. And it's Drew failing to connect on the opening. Lido suplex out of the gates from D'Angelo to start this off. And if you are Tony D, you're going to have eyes onto McIntyre. Firmly placed. Is realistically, although they're sat on two opposite shows, D'Angelo on primetime, a mid-card flurry against Drew could be something D'Angelo walks away with. A potential title shot. However, that is a different kettle of fish. Obviously, brand split makes it so that's not a thing. But right now, cover here for McIntyre, utilizing the middle rope for leverage. Only gets the 1 count over D'Angelo, but it's early pressure now being exchanged by both men. Tony D, though, not slowing down. He's had the firm amount of control in the early goings as he soars but fails to land off of the crossbody to ringside. McIntyre gonna punish, sends him back to the ring, and now the Scottish psychopath can start to dissect his opponent, landing with a splash in the corner. D'Angelo's only win in the opening to this tournament was against Kazuchika Okada. And we've had it last year where it was one star being the champ killer. That has always been kind of a story that forms from this tournament. Okada was slain already by Tony D. And if D'Angelo's able to beat McIntyre, that could be huge for the career trajectory of D'Angelo here in IPW as he drops the elbow off the top. Flush connection as well. And now, Fisherman's Buster. Dropping McIntyre straight on his cranium. The cover comes through and it's a quick kick out by McIntyre. He scaves off the danger. And now, he can begin to work, but caught, tilt the world, side slammed, and he needs to find something. McIntyre really unable to get going, but that might be the turning point that he needed. Just deadlifts up D'Angelo and powers him down to the canvas, and some heavy shots to follow it. After tonight, 3 bouts remain for a lot of these, well, for all the stars in this tournament. 3 bouts equaling 9 points total to be able to pick up. And that is an important factor here for D'Angelo. If he loses, he can no longer make it to the top spot. Purely based on the fact that Drew will have the same amount of points if he does win all 3. And McIntyre owns that tiebreaker. We've done the math already tonight, if you couldn't tell. The action now spilling to ringside. And vicious shots raining in for McIntyre, cleavering the face of D'Angelo. Cover now, brushing the face once again with the wrist. McIntyre is starting to wear down D'Angelo after a really solid opening from Tony D. McIntyre fails to follow up his initial offense, and now D'Angelo scoops him up and drops him in the corner. Snake eyes. And now D'Angelo could look to punish. Uncorks a stiff right hand and drops him down with a scoop slam. Spear! Connecting for D'Angelo. Big Daddy Dre struggling to find his footing as of late. He's back into the ring, though. Has D'Angelo trapped in the corner. And this is less about doing damage. This is just an irate McIntyre just dropping tons of punches into Tony D. More like just boots, I should say, rather than punches. He ducks the line. McIntyre fails to connect, and Tony D does not, delivering a bulldog. Now lies in wait, looking to pounce. Hooks up Drew, belly to belly, but no, the fists fly from McIntyre, causing separation, and a Claymore connects. Cover for McIntyre. 2. Ooh, near fall. Tony D gets that shoulder off the canvas. But that is all he's able to do. He eats the elbow drop from McIntyre. Oh, shoulder tackle from Drew. He's piling on the damage now onto D'Angelo. Oh, boot caught, no kick down south for Drew and D'Angelo. A chance to punish. A count of 6. We could be seeing a count out. Maybe not. D'Angelo ascending. A count of 8. Drew rising to his feet, and he's up to a vertical base, unloading onto Tony D, who misses his timing. And timing is everything for Drew, because of 3, 2, 1. Bang! No. A misfire. Northern Light suplex. Locomotion. Swinging neck breaker from D'Angelo. 2. No, Nelly. Close maneuver there to getting the win, but not enough. Spine buster. That could be it. 1, 2, 3. Nelly. D'Angelo almost took out another champion. Almost made it to 6. But he's not done. Charges in. He was looking maybe. That Psycho knee. That Claymore of his own. Drew evades, and he's going to punish. Drew, no, he's not. The boot not going to connect. And D'Angelo, spine buster. McIntyre planted. And now in trouble. A roll up for D'Angelo. 1, 2, 3. The champ killer is here. And it's not a main event star you expect. As Tony D kills the undefeated streak of Drew McIntyre. And he gets to 6 points in the most unimaginable way. A roll-up small package for the 3.
Here is your winner, Tony D'Angelo.
And Drew upset. That's how this ends. But Big Man Lennon counted the 3 with the shoulders down to the canvas. And that just elevates this division entirely. Drew misses his chance to clinch the road to the showdown. But now it's the time for 2 stars to make a statement. Make it known that they want to be at the showdown, because right now only one of them is stepping up to the occasion. The other an afterthought. But can Vakir step up? That's the question on everyone's mind as the Teal League now on display. It's Blake Monroe, Stephanie Vakir, live right now. Well, this is one of the most interesting divisions in IPW's Road to the Showdown. It's the story of 6. Flair, Nia Jax, Blake and Flammer currently all stuck on that 6-point total. As for Vakir, nil point, 0. She has a chance now to get up onto some points if she can beat the Glamour.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from London, England, Blake Monroe.
Now, I'm not saying I would like Blake to lose, because I don't. I have no favorites, but for the best results in this tournament, for the crazy sort of ending, Vakir needs the win. And La Premiera, through 4, is yet to do that. The Prospects champion needs a rebound. Is the second half it?
Her opponent from San Fernando, Chile, the Heritage Champion, Stephanie Vakir.
Or Vakir. She's carried that championship, winning it in the chamber. But since winning it, it's been a curse. She's been unable to pick up any dubs. For Monroe, a champion, or more specifically, a championship she's sought after. The champ is across the ring from her. This could be a huge moment for both ladies that sends a story, a bolt through to after the showdown. We kick off this bout. It's Vakir versus Monroe. And Stephanie starting on this battle on a receiving end of the punishment. She fights back. Wrist control garnered over Blake. For Monroe, a victory here would tie her at the top of this division at the end of round 4. It's a surprising position overall to find Monroe. And it's important to note that she will be tied with Oscar and Fallon Henley. Oscar, who owns the tiebreaker over Fallon. I'm just trying to see. Blake and Oscar yet to face off against one another. I believe, anyway. I'm just checking my records. Early cover. Oh, Blake almost put down. Yeah, Oscar versus Blake Monroe. Actually rounds out round number 5. That comes together at Saturday. That'll be a big old bout for us all to enjoy. Oh, headbutt attempt there from Monroe, but she's caught. Sidewalk, backbreakered. And the added pressure wrenching down on the spine is Vakir. Sling blade though the answer. Monroe back to her feet, but she's put down. Step up. Drop kick from Vakir. Now she's looking to run the ropes. Drops the leg across the throat. Could you imagine the carnage that were to happen if we ended this steel division the way it is right now? So many people all locked up in the same total, same tally. We would have to have a big old bout to just break the tiebreakers. As it stands, though, tiebreakers aren't affecting this one as Monroe. He currently holds the gap over Vakir. Stephanie, dead last in this division, needs to really find something for herself to get into this tournament. And as the Prospects champion, you kind of have to have a lot of expectation on her to perform. But Monroe, Fallon, Oscar, all these stars. I said originally this is probably the toughest division to be in, with all the former world champions in it. That's a stiff knee from Blake. She's going to drop back here. Oh, boot not going to connect. Instead, she's going to fly and connect with the missile drop kick. And Stephanie. She's able to get back to her feet, back on the offensive. That's a stiff super kick. Why not go for this springboard? She connects as well. Cross body. Puts down Blake. Stephanie is finding some momentum here. Momentum that's much needed. However, Blake is kind of matching up to her. Is not allowing Stephanie to get too far out of reach. A back elbow just to signify that Blake is still fighting. That's another shotgun-esque drop kick from the Glamour. And she is looking perfect as ever. Charging in, tries to go down south, but no. Vakir evades, and Blake catches the follow-up shot from Vakir. Stephanie, she's not able to get that heavy artillery, that maneuver that she was after. Instead, having to go up top, tries to launch herself into the forearm smash. But the Glamour was ready and fights back upon takeoff. Blake, Monroe, and Vakir really showcasing their skills. Remember, Blake's competed in tournaments before in IPW. So has Vakir. Vakir was a competitor in last year's Road to Showdown, but the Kamigoya caught. Vakir stopping Blake's big offense there, but as I was getting to the point of it is Monroe's head busting open, I believe, on the steel steps. You can just see the damage that Monroe's body has caused to the LED board. Count of 9. And well, Vakir gets her first point, though it's still another loss. And the Glamour, he's breaking the deadlock on 6 by going up to 8. That is a win over the Prospects champion. We know the Glamour wants that belt.
Here is your winner,
Will that be beneficial for Monroe getting a dub here? The unfortunate thing was for her, it was not a pin over Vakir. However, any dub's a dub, I guess. The Glamour will take it. Heading into round 5. And that big old bout with Oscar. But before we get to round 5, we've got a couple more bouts to go tonight. Your co-main event. It's the beautiful madness in the Black Peach. Momo Watanabe versus Julia. Personally speaking, this is gonna be an absolute barn burner. And well, like always, we're just gonna send it to the ring. Be a co-main event. Five, 2, 3. That's the points difference. Julia has the 5, Momo has the 3.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing the Queens from Japan, Black Beach.
And the Black Peach, they have a chance here to get up to 6. To continue to be in that hunt. A win here would take her above Lyra Valkyria and Julia in the rankings. Anything else, and well, it's not going to look good for Momo. Watanabe. She's known to be able to fight and provide some beautiful damage. But against the beautiful madness, that may not come into its existence. The plan needs to be calculated to deal with the Sapphire Champ.
And her opponent from Tokyo, Japan, the Women's Pure Wrestling Champion, Julia.
Let's just cut to the chase. Julia, a win, takes her to 8 points. And that brings her above Utami Hayashishita at into that 3rd seed. We've already have Liv Morgan clinch for the live event once she reached 12. And now, Julia wants to close the gap, still remain in the hunt for the top spot. But it's a hard thing to do when you have someone of Momo's caliber across the ring from you. A stardom affair in your co-main event, and it's Momo missing, but catching Julia's follow-up to kick this one off. Collar and elbow. The actual first bit of grappling that ends with Momo delivering a belly-to-back suplex. Julia around town brings down Momo in the follow-up. Little skirmish. Watanabe has been unlucky in this tournament really so far. The level of competition that she's had to face through 4 has been at its peak overall. With wins, well, facing off against Utami in round 2. Round 1, Momo picked up her only win against Alexa Bliss. Round 3 saw her up against Bayley, who has just been surging through this tournament. Now in round 4, the beautiful madness Count of 7, an early count-out attempt. No, not this way. The points are getting split, I feel. But no, Julia makes it in at a count of 9. Momo's spear not gonna cost the beautiful madness this matchup. Julia, very lucky to still be in this affair. Momo almost a very early victory if she were to get that count out. But not meant to be. Instead, now has to bounce back and battle against Julia, who's just uncorking some stiff shots right now. Punishing that arm, and now the back of Momo eating some kicks. Watanabe getting to her feet. Julia looking to punish. Hooks up the arm. Up top. And she's going for a spin. Driven into the canvas with a Michinoku. Cover for the beautiful madness. Julia not getting the win here. Momo might just steal it though. Roll up. We've already had a small package earn a dub earlier tonight in the opener. But it's not coming just yet in this one. Instead, up and down. Momo bringing some punishment to Julia. Stiff shots working. And the call for the end. Momo charges in. Stiff lariat. Dropping Julia down. But sent over the top is Momo. Julia getting her own semblance of revenge. She's going to chase down Watanabe to the outside. And a stiff right hand puts down Momo. Leaping neck breaker from Watanabe. She gets sent back into the ring. Both ladies returning this time. Stiff European uppercut to the back of the skull. Julia dropped. What's Momo got in mind here? She's ascending to the heavens. Soaring through the air. She drops the elbow to the spine of Julia. And now looking for that cover. Is this enough? Momo caught. Bulldog though. She reverses out of Julia's maneuver. Now what's Watanabe got in mind? Hooks up Julia for a peach sunrise. Down she goes into the canvas. Cover for Watanabe. The Black Peach could have secured victory. The victory is not guaranteed. The kick out coming through for Julia. I've got a feeling Sonado was attempted. Julia evades it, I think on a whim. And then a spinning driver once again from the beautiful madness. Oh, stiff lariat though. Momo fights back. The back and forthing beginning. Watanabe charges through. Big boot. Who's this? That's Rhea Ripley's the Ripper Queen. What in the world have we got here? She's behind Momo and she's connecting. Looking to punish with a riptide. Out of nowhere, Rhea Ripley has come in, driven Momo to the canvas, and now given Julia an opportunity to pounce. Cover for the beautiful madness, and the quickest of kickouts. That's how you no-sell a distraction. But Watanabe has to get past Julia still. And the beautiful man has been given a chance to recover. And Arrivederci, no, caught the knee. Not gonna connect. Watanabe has the chance now to punish. Puts Julia up top and just launches her to ringside. Out of nowhere, Tope Suicida. Not gonna work. Instead, Julia catching Momo. And she's gonna drive her into the floor. Michinoku driver. What is going on? I don't even know where to begin, but Momo sees control at this stage. Returns to the ring, avoids Julia's grab, but Julia catches her, hooks her up, and scoops her up into that brain buster. 1, 2, 3. And a beautiful madness, thanks to some interference from the Ripper Queen, Rhea Ripley, gets the dub here tonight. Didn't expect that interaction or that interruption from Rhea, but it certainly gave Julia the perfect chance to come back swinging with that Michinoku and then the kill shot. Kick down south, hooks the head, picks her up and then bang. Straight to the canvas, sheer drop. Momo out cold. And those 3 big points go to Julia. She now ascends up the rankings of the Green Division. Will she remain ascending? We will have to see. But for now, she's in the top 5, and that's all that matters. Speaking of the top 5. Your main event, it's a big one, as it will see someone also able to make it to double digits. But will he be able to do so? As 2 goats set to clash here tonight. Will it be John Cena or Shawn McMichaels to walk away victorious? The real answer is, I don't know. What I do know is, it's main event time. And this should deliver in the most epic of ways. Let's send it to the ring for this one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Team Generation X from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 234 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
7 points to his name. 10 potentially at the end of the night. Can Michaels make magic happen? 10 points being second seed currently after the 4 rounds we all have had. And obviously, every round matters when it comes to scoring points, and I, for one, have to wonder, with 3 bouts remaining for each start after tonight, who's going to take the top spots of these divisions? Sure, we've got stars clinched now. 2 total out of the 20. That will be making it to the live event.
And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena!
Well, it's time to go to work if you're John Cena. I don't know why I'm doing the Santina Morella impression. For some reason, I think it's funny. But, John Cena. He's on 3 points. After a nice little battle with Brocky Lesnar to get there. Is this enough of a... Is that enough fuel for Cena to walk away tonight victorious? That we'll have to see. Referee Big Man Gregathy as we kick off this main event. Cena and Michaels. These two have met up several times before in their long storied histories. Michaels wrenching on that arm, making it hard in the early goings for Cena. You've got to think, Michaels, he really wants to get to that 10-point mark. He wants to make his way back into the live event once more. And comparative to last year, the level of competition has certainly risen. There's a cover here early for Michaels. Gets a 2. Forcing Cena to roll out. The early aggression from Michaels really causing some trouble for the blue jorts of Cena. The navy jorts, I should say. Not his standard blue jeans. Blue jean shorts. But yeah, this Cena was going through a phase in 2020, in 2015. But still, Cena, always a top threat no matter what phase he was going through, as he's able to power out of Michaels' position there. Ooh, swing and a miss from both men. Michaels can't connect. Cena does with a DDT. And for Cena, well, we've kind of hyped up Michaels a lot here, being able to make it to double digits. For John, it's a chance to go up to 6. Well, that might not mean much. It surprisingly would put him in a top 3 position, I believe. Top 4, sorry, I should say. The only thing is, Michaels would be ahead by 1 point, and if Cena wins tonight, he would own that tiebreaker. If there was a miraculous chance they ended up tied on points. But not meant to be, if that is the case. Kick down south. Michaels trying to cause and fight against Cena. And as we said, these two have had a long storied history, knowing each other from very early on in Cena's career. You have to realize that these reversals, they know what each other really wants. And Cena busting open Michaels is massive, but there's Triple H. And for some reason tonight, people are just deciding to interrupt our great matches. Cena caught off guard, roll up here. Michaels stacks him up. And only a 1 count off of that. Little pin. But Michaels swinging a little grazing shot onto Cena. And Cena just shrugs it off. Tries to scoop him up, but can't do so instead. A little scorpion death drop from Shawn Michaels, the showstopper. Now looking to size up Cena. Hooks him up. But no. Backdrop from Cena. He's seen enough of Michaels' offense. And now he's making Michaels not see him with a little 5-knuckle shuffle. Drops it on a dime. And now, no, he's not going to look for it. Or maybe he is. Ball game, no. Michaels evades the F5. FU, I should say. The attitude adjustment not going to work. That first time of asking. That second time there. Michaels just give us a nice little punch to stop it. Cena really trying to land his heavy offense, but cannot unleash the mortar shot. The heavy artillery is being blocked. Michaels and Cena now jockeying, just going punch for punch, chop for chop, slap for slap. And who will win out the exchange? The answer, the showstopper. And the show might have just stopped on a dime with Cena being covered for a 2. Michaels has Cena on the ropes. And this could be the crowning, the ending of this matchup. A nip up from Michaels. Ducks, though, and gets hit with 1 shoulder tackle. Make it 2. Do not throw the line. He threw the line. Caught. Dropped. And planted right where Big Match John wants you. The 5 moves of doom. And it's going to end with a 5-knuckle shove. No. No shuffle just yet. Instead, mat takedown from Michaels. He goaded Cena in. And then the little disrespect with a slap to the back of the head. Michaels not done. We could get a Sheffield screw job here. The sharp shooter applied. Cena picks the ankle. Forces Michaels off using his feet. The showstopper catching Cena. Irish whip. Pop up. Kiss you to good night. Because you're going to sleep off some sweet chin music. 1, 2. How in the hell has Cena kicked out of that? The fight back there. Cena back up on the offensive. Michaels in trouble. And Big Match John ascends, looking to crush. Oh, tries for that leg drop. Caught in a sit-out powerbomb. It's Michaels' time to fly. And he's going to drop the elbow. But Cena evades. The back and forthing not helping either. Cena puts Michaels over the top. To the apron they go. Michaels in trouble. Eats the apron with his spine. John Cena. Deadlift. Powerbomb. A little bit of revenge after his leg drop gets caught. This time the 5-knuckle shuffle works. No little gimmick. No little shimmy and a shake. It's Cena unloading. Sends Michaels into the steps. Count of 3. Big Match John is working over Michaels on the outside. Winding him up, looking about. But no, Michaels fights back. I think Cena may have looked for that attitude adjustment. He gets caught. Back dropped onto the knee. It's a backbreaker, I should say. Count of 7. The whip reversed. Michaels staggered. But he's not put into them. Cena caught. Eats a sweet chin music. The taunting's costly. And Michaels puts him to sleep. Double digits achieved. And at the end of the night, Michaels now sits 2 points behind Cody Rhodes.
Here is your winner, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
And well, Cody and Michaels still have to battle in this tournament. And I'm going to be really, really mean and tell you something right now. It's a big old reason why you should watch tomorrow night. For night 17. As well, your main event is a big one. But before we get to said main event, let's talk about the opener for tomorrow night. It's Lyra Valkyria versus Momo Watanabe. Momo is in the double up spot. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. He goes up against Lyra Valkyria. Then we pivot to the women's teal division. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. A chance to stop Flair from getting any more points, and a chance for Becky to tie her up in the standings. Then we have 2 men's matches. We kick it off with Tony D'Angelo going back to back after an epic night tonight. He goes up against dead last Seth Rollins. And then lastly, your main event. It's a bout that we've literally just mentioned. It's Cody Rhodes, Shawn Michaels. The winner takes top spot. The easy way to put it. Rhodes could put people out of reach. With only Michaels and Abyss. And I guess Mark Henry being able to catch him. Whether or not that happens, we will have to see. But for now, I guess I bid you all adieu. Thank you very much for joining me for the Road to Showdown here on Night 16. It's been a good night. 2 epic bouts as well. I'll see you tomorrow, as always, at that lovely 6:30 time for the Road to Showdown. Peace out.